Home Secretary Chris Philp.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The Police Anti-Racism Commitment, a copy of which I have here, published in March 2025 by the NPCC, asks police to reverse engineer the same arrest rates for different ethnic groups, even though offending rates are different. It expressly calls for different racial groups to be treated differently, saying, and I quote, "People should not treat everyone the same," and, quote, "not being colourblind." This is a formal policy requirement for two-tier policing. I've been raising this for over a year, and I've never had an answer, including from the Home Secretary last Tuesday. So let's try again. Does she agree that this racist and dangerous policy document should be immediately withdrawn? Yes or no?
Home Secretary.
Mr. Speaker, he knows full well that the NPCC, which is independent of government, is rightly reviewing the wording of its policing anti-racism commitment to ensure that there is no ambiguity or suggestion of differential treatment. He speaks from a sedentary position. Let me just say, I've taken more action on preventing differential treatment in the criminal justice system than he or his party ever did.
Chris Philp.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Still no clear answer. Now, moving on, we have repeatedly raised serious concerns with the government's Islamophobia definition. Now, South Wales Police has instructed staff to record anything that goes beyond, quote, legitimate discussion of Islam, even if there is no crime. This could then be disclosed on someone's DBS check. Police officers in South Wales will now have to decide what is or is not legitimate discussion of Islam. No other religion is treated that way in South Wales. This is completely wrong. Parliament has repealed rightly blasphemy laws. Criticising religion is part of free speech. So does the Home Secretary agree that this guidance is wrong and should be immediately scrapped? Let's try a simple yes or no.
Home Secretary.
Well, given that he represents a party and a former government that didn't take any action at all, either on dealing with hate crimes, anti-Muslim hatred, or other forms of hatred, I'm not going to take any lessons from him. Let me just make very clear from this dispatch box, the police, wherever they are, South Wales or anywhere else, must always police without fear or favour, and we are all and must always be equal before the law.
Speaker, organised car crime has affected residents in Beckenham and Penge for many years, with cars stolen to order and quickly shipped abroad. Could I ask the Minister what powers and supports have been given to the police to crack down on vehicle theft, and how she is working with manufacturers to ensure modern vehicles are harder to steal?
Minister.
Around half of vehicle crime involves manipulation of signals from remote devices, and through the new Police and Crime and Policing Act, we have criminalised the possession, importation, making, adapting and supply of the electronic devices used to commit vehicle theft, which will make a real difference in his constituency.
Max Wilkinson, Liberal Democrat spokesperson.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Last week we discussed the murder of Henry Nowak, which has shocked this country and continues to. His father, Mark, as we said last week, asked politicians not to use the tragedy to stoke division and hatred. With that request in mind, Mr. Speaker, and considering the need to maintain trust in policing, would the Home Secretary like to take this opportunity to urge Vice President J.D. Vance and the US Department of Justice to butt out of our politics, leave British law enforcement to Britain, and, just as importantly, show respect for British victims of crime?
Home Secretary.
I would urge all commentators, would-be commentators, wannabes of every description, that they leave our criminal justice system to us. We've been going for a very long time, and we will carry on in that vein.